Hi. Now this next part we've got to then estimate the mean. And to do this, what I've done is I've copied out the table that we had before, but I've written it in a vertical form because I think it's going to be easier just to tabulate the results. Now when you're trying to calculate the mean then from a group frequency table, what you've got to do is consider the midpoint of these class intervals. So I've got another column here which I've decided to put in between the group here and the frequency. It's up to you. You can put it on the end, it doesn't matter, but just going to put it here. So what we've got here is the midpoint, and I'm going to call it T basically again, the midpoint of T. So if you're doing the midpoint of class interval, all you've got to do is add together these values and divide by 2. In other words, find the mean. So 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So there you go, there's your midpoint there. And if you do the same for all the other values, you should find you get like that. Okay? Once you've got this, all you've got to do now is start to work out the totals, the subtotals of all these values. You've got 10 values all estimated to be roughly 7.5. So to get that total of those 10 values, you've got to do 10 times 7.5. You've got to basically do then the midpoint times the frequency. So you'd need to create another column up here. So we'd just say midpoint times frequency, just times f, okay? In other words, TF. So if we were to do that, okay, for the first one, just draw a column down there. For the first one, you do T 7.5 times F, that's going to be 75. Repeat that for 12 times 16, 16 times 24, and so on, and you should get these values here. Okay? Now, to estimate that mean then, what we need to do is total up the column here, the midpoint times the frequency. That's often written as sigma for the sum of, and in this case it's going to be TF. Add this column up and you should find you get that it comes to 1891, okay? 1891. And you've got to share this value, divide this value evenly by the total frequency. Now if you add up this column here, the total frequency, sigma f, comes to 100. So to get the estimated mean, let's just put it in here. It's not going to be the actual mean because we don't have the exact values. We have only values in intervals here. So the estimated mean is going to be sigma TF 1891 divided by sigma F 100. And if you do that, you're going to get 18.91. Alright?